Hi everyone, I hope you all are great. Today we will continue our lesson under simple compound and complex sentences. I hope you all are fine. First, you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Click on move on to language at the grade 5. Chapter is simple compound and complex sentences. Lesson is the sentence simple, compound, or complex? Alright, so let's start now. A clause is a group of words that contains both a subject and a predicate. So you need to note that the clause has a subject and a predicate. Okay, and under the clause we have dependent and independent clause. So an independent clause is a complete thought and it can stand alone as a sentence, and then the dependent clause is not a complete thought, it cannot stand alone as a sentence. So that's the difference. The dependent clause is a complete thought, it can stand alone, and then dependent clause is not a complete thought, it cannot stand alone. Okay. All right, so that's it for the dependent clause and the independent clause. Okay, so let's look at the example. We have the orange is on the tree are ripe. The clause can stand alone, so it's an independent clause. And then after we pick up Calvin from work, this clause cannot stand alone, it is dependent because what happened after we pick up Calvin from work, we don't know. So that means this sentence is it's what, dependent. Okay. All right, so the next up now we have a simple sentence. Now, what is the simple sentence? A simple sentence is made up of a single independent clause. Remember that the independent clause can stand alone. So, a simple sentence is made up of a single independent clause. Ben and I spent all day relaxing by the pool. So now this is the simple sentence. Some simple sentences have introductory phrases, but introductory phrases is part of the predicate. So we have in the winter, Ben usually wears his heavy coat, or Ben usually wears his heavy coat in the winter. So that's it for like the simple sentence. Now, a compound sentence is made up of two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction such as and, but, or, and then so. So that is the compound sentence. It is made up of two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction such as and, but, or, so. So we have we saw a flash of lightning, and then you have your comma, and seconds later we heard the rumble of thunder. So that's a compound sentence, okay? Then the complex sentence is made up of an independent clause and a dependent clause. So independent and a dependent clause. The dependent clause usually begins with with a subordinating conjunction such as after, although, so, because, before, if, since, unless, until, when, or while. So complex sentence is made up of independent and dependent, and the dependent clause usually begin with any of this subordinating conjunction. So we have if she ever gets the chance, then there's a comma. Terry would love to visit the Egyptian pyramids. Okay, so that's a dependent clause. So let's look at some examples. Which is a simple sentence. We have what? The famous Venus de Milo statue was found on Milos, a volcanic Greek island in the sea. So is it this is the first one, okay? So this is the simple sentence, okay? So this is also simple sentence, so it's still going to be an independent clause. Then we have compound sentence here. This one is I can translate these French words for you, or you can use an online dictionary. So I can, as you can see here, we have the coordinating conjunction, and then we have a comma. Okay. All right. So let's look at the test, and you can share your answers with me. So we have which is a compound sentence. Is it the first or the second? You can tell me which of them. So remember that the compound sentence is what? Two independent clauses. So we have the second, you can wipe up your spill with some paper towels or you can use the sponge on the counter. So it has a coordinating conjunction. Okay? Alright, so the next of simple sentence, is it the first or the second? Alright, simple sentence, we have what? Mr. Jones' afternoon lecture was about arts and culture in Germany before World War II. So the second, in Germany before World War II. So which is a compound sentence? Is it the first or the second? Okay, so we have the first one. I had an old token for my subway fare, but the new system only accept paper fare cards. So it has but and then the comma. So next up is a complex sentence. This is the first or the second. Okay, so we have because the leaves blocked the intense sun, it was cool underneath the forest canopy. So complex sentence starts with subordinating conjunction because now which is a simple sentence, first or second? So the first we have loyalty is one of many themes in Charlotte's Web E.B. White classic novel. So loyalty for the simple sentence. Then which is the complex sentence, first or second? Okay, so Uncle Harry will keep snoring until he rolls over onto his stomach. So it has until on the second part of the sentence. So simple sentence, is it the first or the second? Okay, so simple sentence we have what? The first or the second? Okay. So we have before the race, the athlete enjoyed a healthy breakfast of oatmeal, fruits. Okay. So which is the compound sentence here? First or second? Okay, so the compound sentence is what? Hector couldn't find the division for flax in the book's glossary, so he looked it up online. Okay, so simple sentence, first to second. Okay, so we have what? The first one. In June, Kimi and Perry will graduate with honors from Newburgh High School. Okay. Then we have complex sentence. Is it the first or the second? So complex sentence, what do we have? First to second. Okay, so we have what? The second one. It has when. When is also a relative pronoun that is used to. So simple sentence, is it the first or the second? All right, so we have the second as a simple sentence. The first one is what the coordinating compound sentence. So which is the compound sentence? Is it the first or the second? Right, so we have what? The second. Dana has always loved acting and she often talks about moving to Hollywood. Okay, so coordinating conjunction. Okay, so which is a complex sentence, first to second? So we have while Monica was interviewing the governor, she uncovered plenty of information for her article. So is this the first one? Okay. So which is a simple sentence, first to second. So simple sentence, we have the barber and his brother opened their shop in Hamlin more than 30 years ago. Alright, so we have the first one. So that's it for a lesson under the simple compound complex. Can you tell me if you have any questions? Alright, since we have no questions, we'll end here. Complete this lesson if you haven't done it. See you next time. Bye.